missing the light lens. Tires are a little bit flat, or that one is.
There's a mouse in here.
There's a mouse in there right now?
No, I can smell him.
Oh.
He's dead.
Alright, you're the one who did the annual on it last. That's the dude telling me what to bid on this annual.
Here you go. Get it? Yeah, see, this one's brand new. This side lever.
Down, okay.
Yeah, that one's brand new. And they're a bitch of change, too. Yeah. That one, yeah, that's just a release.
Alright, so all of the ADs are probably, at least the wing spar ADs anyway, are all due again now, it looks like.
And you'll have to research all the ADs from the engine mounts, fire bottles requirements again, pedostatic stuff like that, the normal things. Emergency gear extension bottle again.
And those all need to be hydrostatic tested by now. They're normally 5 years and 3 years.
Yeah, depending on whatever the AD is called. There's not an AD on the bottle there, but I mean that's like a standard. What else? Tanks will have to be all cleaned out from because it's sitting so long. All the rags that have to be retested and see that the cloth is even
all the skin
good anymore. The skin.
Yeah, but those really are supposed to be lifetime. We did notice that all of the air vent scoops on the horizontal tail have come off. Come off.
So there's some skin work to do. There's some airframe work to do. There's some ADs on the nose wheels to do.
The rubber on the nose is
the nose
cracked.
tire is all brand new. Well, they were, but now they're all dry rotted and cracked. Needs to be replaced. 2 main tires
should be replaced
with them because they're dry rotting as well. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Just the top.
The 337s for the avionics and radio installations.
All that stuff has to be completed again.
The engines being dry and the prop seals being dry are leaking.
Dry rotted now. Yeah, they're dry from sitting.
They might seal up, or we might lose lose oil at a increased rate. Might not be severe rate, but you won't know that until you run them.
Yep. And these are notorious for oil consumption anyway, meaning that they never made a great across the ocean thing is because they used to have problems with being able to put oil in the engines because they do consume oil being inverted inline 6. What else on the props? They're probably, because they're time limited, not just for flight time, but you have a yearly calendar event. Or not yearly, but whatever they're...
normally they're 5 year for props.
That's correct.
In general.
So you may have to be overhauling 2 props as well again. And we've already discussed the dry rot, maybe the potential in the rings, because it does show evidence of leaking now. Of
the
stuff
prop
like
seals.
That. Yeah, prop seals. All the cables, control cables, trim cables, all of them things need
to be tensioned, adjusted.
And adjusted, yes. And replaced if they're showing corrosion because of, again, storage and outside exposure.
I like the airplane personally.
Yeah.
You know, I would put the time in and the money in it if I had the money. It's not like I have the money.
Emergency hatch. This one has been worked many times.
It's a good hatch.
That's part of an AD and stuff like that. But all these things, basically, you're going to have to rebuild. You're going to have to restructure the log. So you're going to have to prove that it has this mod and this didn't have to be complied with, and this one does have to be complied with but you're going to have to search it. You're going to have to know what's on the airplane.
So because you got familiar with this system of this particular airplane, all of the ADs and the mods and things, semi-familiar with them at least, and you were participating in the last annual, you expect then that to get this airplane airworthy as a starting point, I should bid
20. I'd start at 20,000 to 25,000, and then debate continuing on. You might come in that ballpark, or it might go, because at the state that the aircraft is in now, it's you have a lot of unexplored territory of things that used to be good, but now because of parked, sit, dry rot tires, this, that, it's hard to pinpoint an exact number, but 20,000 would be a good start, 20 to 25, and then reevaluate the aircraft at this point. You'll carry on a little more or not?
Yeah, it's a good interior. The airplane is, I mean, we ran the engines, did a lot of taxiing around. The interior is pretty much brand new. The seats are inside the hangar now, though. Don't know about this potty. Did this toilet ever work?
No.
Toilet does not work.
It's made to have a camper style, like a.
You mean self-contained?
Yeah, self-contained.
Okay, so it does not have a serviceable port or potty or tank.
Exactly. It's not serviceable from outside. It's just a Johnny pot or whatever you call them.
And you didn't have any TV or stereo equipment in here at the time either, but that is possible. It seems like the cabinets are there for that. Yeah, I felt $10,000 was a little tight. And 20,000, you're saying, might be a more reasonable 25,000.
Yeah, considering the time that it's going to take to open up all the, especially with the eddy currencies, because
Eddy
that will
current
have to
checks.
be redone, and that's basically an ultrasonic check for cracks in the spars, wing attach points. There might even, if I can't remember, but on the engine mounts, there may be an eddy or it's a die pen. I don't remember off the top of my head. But there's just different things you're going to have to do just to make sure it's complete. Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think it's an ultrasound. I think that was Zyglo, a die pen. Okay. I think it was die pen, yeah.
But they should all be researched and find out what's applicable and what is not. And that's going to require a lot of labor to see where everything's at again.
And a normal annual, if everything on this plane was in currency and everything was good in the plane, that it had an annual just last year, if that was the case.
8 to 10,000.
8 to 10,000, and that would include just researching ADs and ADs that are probably in compliance because of the 2-year or the 3-year intermission calendar time period between the compliance times required. If everything was good on the airplane and we knew that it was in annual and was just coming up to be annual again, 8 to 10,000 for a normal inspection.
For a normal inspection, a thorough inspection.
And that's without any repairs or anything.
This is a large airplane. It's got a high gross weight. It has. There's a lot of things to look at. A lot of systems, and they're old systems, and some of the parts availability. Some of the things that you're going to check or not check. Depends on what's on the inspection. The pneumatics has to go on through.
That was there.
Gear swings. A lot of strange little things that are hard to get parts for, so parts can get very, very expensive. Starters, for instance, are $4,000 overhauled, but yet you would think they'd only be worth $300, but that is the going rate, is $4,000 for a starter. So a lot of the parts in this airplane, because it's so old and parts availability, they're very expensive.
I'm going to say something about the starters. There are, A&Ps, airframe and power plant mechanics, and IAs do have the option of signing off work from other people who were not A&Ps but are competent workers, mechanics. I've taken alternators and starters and any other kind of equipment I can get away with